Hey Cancers, this is going to be your general reading for the month of April. Please keep in mind this isn't going to resonate with every single Cancer. If it does resonate with you, wonderful, but if it doesn't, please feel free to check out your moon or rising or possibly Venus. I've already pre-shuffled the deck. I just need to cut it and we'll get started, and like always, I'll leave a timestamp in the comment section below for when the reading actually begins. Okay, Cancer. So let's jump into it. With these general readings, I feel like this is discussing more of a love situation, but it may apply to you when it comes to platonic relationships, finances, work. So just take it as it applies. The Cancers that this reading is going to be for is specifically for Cancers who have been waiting either for someone to offer them the relationship or type of relationship that they want, and they're tired of that, and they're at a place where they're no longer going to wait. If that's not your situation, check out your moon or rising, or possibly Venus. Let's jump into this, because at the core of this situation here, we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and the Temperance card. It's clear here that you are no longer wanting to invest in a relationship or connection with the person because you feel like you aren't getting out of this relationship what you put in with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and with the Temperance showing up as the challenge, you're becoming impatient. There's a strong energy of being tired of waiting on someone to give you what it is that you want. It's reiterated a couple of times here in your spread. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Gemini and Capricorn are here as well, but Pisces is very strong. It's interesting because you've got two sevens here, right, on top of each other. Excuse me, not two sevens. You've got two cards of not waiting. And it's interesting because the Nine of Wands in the reverse is a card, in the upright, it's a card of anticipating the next move. And the Nine of Wands in the reverse is someone who's no longer feels like they need to anticipate anything. They no longer want to protect a situation, and I feel like for you that's kind of where you're at. You feel like the situation isn't moving in the direction that you want it to move into with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. With this showing up in the reverse, you feel like this relationship isn't moving in the right direction. It's not progressing and it's not growing. And on your mind, you're tired of waiting, and you're no longer trying to either defend this person in your own mind or defend them to others. And you no longer feel like this connection, or you're feeling like this connection, you're not being valued enough in the connection to make you feel like you want to protect it with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. In the past position, we've got the Knight of Cups, and that's why I feel like this is more specifically discussing a love situation. I feel like either you offered your love to this person, or they offered it to you. And I feel like whoever made that offer in the past was genuine with the Knight of Cups in the upright. It really feels to me, though, with this being a Knight, that there is, I feel like this person, especially if they're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, could have, the Knight of Cups can be very flirtatious, very overly complimentary, very loving, but it's not matured. It hasn't matured enough yet to be something that could be potentially solid or stable. It's kind of an introductory type of love energy. So either you offered that, or this is kind of the level that this person was at when they offered their love to you. It wasn't a mature offer. It was kind of a slightly immature love offer. And I feel like you're at the point now, and potentially enough time has passed in this connection where that's what the Knight of Cups is no longer satisfying you. This amount of love, emotion, care, attention isn't enough for you now. And it feels like in the near future with the Five of Swords, you're not going to fight for this connection. It really feels like you are tired. With the Five of Swords in the reverse, this is a conflict that you feel like is not worth it. It's not worth fighting for. And I feel like this person has put you in a position where you are feeling like this connection isn't worth fighting for anymore because you're not getting the investment out of it that you feel like you deserve and that you should. Now, with your emotions being the moon in the reverse, there could have been something that you feel like was revealed to you recently that's kind of changed your perspective on this person or this relationship. There could be aspects to this person's personality that have been revealed. It could have been some of their behaviors. It could have been some of their actions. It could be involve other people. Whatever it is, there's something that was revealed to you. Something that was in the dark that wasn't something that you initially observed, but now it's come to light for you, and it's caused you. A lot of times with the moon in the reverse, there is a clarity that comes in with that, and I feel like all of a sudden you've just become very, very clear that this relationship isn't what you thought that it was. And that's just kind of how you're feeling. Now, external, you have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So it feels like this person isn't offering you the emotion, love, or caring that you deserve in this connection. This can sometimes represent unrequited love, where you're giving so much more than this other person is giving. But it feels like they are not offering you what it is that you need, deserve emotionally in this connection. They're not in a place where they're ready to offer that, or willing. It's either ready or willing. And because of that, you're just not in a position where you're ready to wait. Now, in your hopes and fears, you've got the Devil card. And I feel like for some of you, you kind of fear that this person, you kind of fear that you will always be tied to this person. Because the Devil talks about connections that are really, really difficult to break. You're bonded. And the connection you have to this person, you feel like you're afraid that you'll either never get over them, or you won't be able to move on. Or for the rest of you, it feels like you feel like this could turn into something that could be potentially toxic for you, and that's why you're kind of coming in with this Five of Swords energy, where you aren't going to be battling or fighting for this. You don't want the conflict that this connection could bring, whether that's internal, emotional, more mental conflict. You don't want that. I feel like a lot of you see that this connection could become a little bit toxic for you. And in the outcome, we've got the Lovers in the reverse. So it represents kind of like a disunion, a severing of a connection or relationship. And I feel like because in the month of April, I feel like you are going to detach yourself from this connection. You're going to sever kind of the tie, even though you're scared that you might be bound to them with this Devil energy. You're going to sever that tie with them for the month of April. You're not going to fight for this. You are at a point where you feel like they're not worth waiting for any longer, and you're worth more than the emotional output that they're giving, essentially. So I hope that was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.